Good morning, Srinivas garu.
Yeah, madam, I am audible now?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. Just can we have a try for just we'll see how I can share this one, your screen.
Okay, sir.
Can we give me this hosting, some co-host
Yes,
writing?
I've already given you, sir.
Once I'll check it, ma'am. 1 second. Should I stop your screening, sharing of screen?
Yes.
Yes. 1 second. I think it is visible, no?
Yes, sir, yes. Once keep it in full screen, sir.
1 second, madam. I just keep it because. Okay.
Okay, sir. You can keep that. Anyway, we are starting.
Pardon me, ma'am.
No need to stop sharing now, sir. You just keep it on like that.
Okay.
We are anyway starting. Okay, sir. Sir, 2 minutes. Welcome to all the participants for the session. Thanks to all the online and offline participants for being on time. Welcome to our 4th National Conference on Recent Innovations in Civil Engineering in association with ICMPC and ICMET, co-sponsored by RK Engineers and Beam Graphics Private Limited. It is my immense pleasure to introduce the speaker of the session, Engineer Nandika Srinivas Rao garu. He is currently working as Regional Head Technical Services, Ultratech Cement Telangana region, and he is also Honorable Secretary of ICI Hyderabad Center. He is having total 22 years of experience in Ultratech Cement Limited. Few of his experiences are efficient utilization of cementitious products to promote green concrete in Rayalaseema region. He has involved in more than 500 product mix designs with optimized usage of cement, replacing with other cementitious products. He also trained around 1,000 development programs for semi-skilled laborers to promote good construction practices. He also visited tsunami affected area in 2004 as expert advisor on behalf of cement industry, promoted earthquake resistant technology using cost effective materials. He is a member of Board of Studies of prestigious college, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and Technology, and he participated in prestigious training programs by Mixed Design by Professor M.S. Shetty, Advanced Concrete Technology by Professor Bhattacharya, IIT Kanpur, and 45 days training in Cement Basics and Chemistry by NCCBM Ballabhadra. He is also a president of Ultratech Toastmaster Club. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Now I request Engineer Nandika Srinivas Rao garu to please proceed with the session.
Yeah. Very good morning to all. Basically, the day which to be started at 10 o'clock, we are just on the time. Thank you initially for all the participants having joined on time, because generally in the recent times we have seen a lot of people will be joining late. So it's very glad to see that people have joined. And yeah, so thank you so much for inviting me. The presentation on innovation in concrete, basically to know what is the ongoing research and development and the applications of new concrete that has been doing in this recent in cities like Hyderabad or all over India. So we have seen a lot of things, like we have seen a lot of challenges in recent times where it was felt that everything to be re-refined and re-innovated with the new forms of concrete. So I just must thank all the team of GRIT College, Rangraj Engineering College, because they have taken this right topic like RISE, which are recent innovations, construction and civil engineering, because it is now time to see all people have to rethink on the concrete perspective. Basically, when we see the pattern of now, which is challenging for civil engineering. One side, if you see, there is a lot of challenges. People are not pursuing civil engineering as a career. They wanted to try in a different IT and BT. So that is a different story. But um, as because people are already started doing some work, so we from Ultratech, what we have done, Ultratech Cement Limited, and how we are going forward. And I will also showcase some case studies based on the time and the requirement. And also, I just want to share what is now going on and which has been applicable. Something which is on paper and something which is on internet is very fancy to look, but it is really applicable for the Indian scenario. That is also the most interesting pass for us, because that is actually giving a lot of insight for as a customers. Because see, many things are on the paper, which is actually should be converted into the construction side. So I had taking forward, and I also thank you for inviting me. So basically, yeah, 1 second, I'm trying to see. I am audible, madam?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah, correct. So this is actually the group. I think it is sharing, no, ma'am? I'm sharing this one.
Yes, the slide is there.
Yeah. Thank you. Just tell me whenever it is required. Please let me know that. Is there any problem? Please let me know.
Sure.
Okay. So this is our group. I need not to introduce about group because everybody knows about our group, Aditya Birla Group. It's one of the largest cement manufacturing company, and also we also manufactures ready mix concrete, which is one of the largest in all over India. And this program has a lot of things to know, because basically the important part is that industry institution interaction. Basically, if you see a lot of difference between the industry and institution, the knowing and teaching which is going on, because so the to bridge the gap actually. So these programs will definitely help. And basically for this PPT, I must say that this is will be helping for the most of the budding engineers who know, they just want to know what is likely to be happening. Like many people are not aware that the changes in recent civil engineering. And actually this motive of the program, this my presentation is really to change the perspective of civil engineering, because many people think concrete is often dull and gray. It doesn't have any innovations. It doesn't have any colorful life. So much research we can really do. So that this also be taking in my presentation, and how we can really plan your career. Basically, many students will be there. So how we can really plan your career in a different industry. Many people think that civil engineering is only confined and limited to designs, maybe a site executions, or maybe research side. But one more industry is called the cement industry, or basically it's like a technical, the which I am heading. So there a lot of prospective for civil engineering. So many people actually, we are in shortage of recruiting the civil engineering. And if you see my today's status also, in fact, we are called for so many engineers for the interview to attend today. So there is a lot of career opportunity for this. So I request that who are the students are who are there in this presentation can also think of in this line also, in the way of the concrete they can handle. So having said so, this is my company's profile. We are #1 cement company in India. So, and #3 in world, excluding China. And we have a lot of base and network strength there. So this is actually the real scenario right now happening. When we thought of the age of concrete, maybe beyond 2000-year-old, when people have constructed a beautiful road, people say that all roads leads to the Rome. So that means that the connectivity was very nice, good, very qualitative they have taken. But if you see in today also, like after casting of making our roads, within 2 years or maybe in 6 months, the roads are now changed to the potholes. So I request every engineer who are there here in this presentation that can we not think of the solution? Like there is a solution for everything, but we are not giving any solution, or are we not trying to give any solution? So can we not think of giving any solution to the government or some the bodies where we can make a reliable structures or the roads where the comfort life of the people will be easy. So this potholes actually reminds me a part that one of the statistics, if you see, apart from killing of a lot of many people by terrorists, a lot of accidents are actually happening, which is more than the terrorist killing. So here, responsibility of civil engineers lies that can we not innovate the new concrete, or can we not refine ourselves so that we can really ensure that the lives of the people are actually at a good life. Comfort ride is good. We can save a lot of fuel. We can also increase our efficiency, because transportation is one of the place where we can reachability is also improves. And if logistics really improves, then the quality of a total country, means life, quality life will be improved. So I leave this question to all the civil engineers, like here, let is there any solution? And in my subsequent slides also, I will just try to present some solutions to this problem. So Winston Churchill also already told that we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us. So it has a lot of relevant meanings for today's RISE fourth conference, which is going on in this college, like where really we have to make whatever the structure with a lot of care, love, and dedication, so that they will be a futuristic, iconic figure, and there's a lot of savings to the countries also. So, having set up this context, I remember this photo where I have taken this photo from internet, one of the paper, a Hindu paper, where it was showcasing the old technique manufacturing of the construction procedure, where they used to mix the mortar with lime and surki, or the other materials which is locally available. So the part I'm just stressing on locally available is most important, because if you utilize the locally available material, there is a lot of savings in the revenue. For example, if you want to construct any building, or you want to do anything related to the construction, if you're able to judicially utilize the local material, that will be give a great feeling. And the quality concern, if you see this photo, it reminds me of the old people. I used to remember my grandfather's remarks that this constructions, old construction, are much better than the recent construction. Okay, so this photo also gives me one of the feeling that yes, uh, there is a need to change a lot of things in recent scenario. Now everybody knows this stone was to be considered as one of the material. Initially, when stone age started, people construct a lot of magnometric structures, durable structures. Still, it is witnessed. People say that the Great Wall of China being constructed can be viewed from the moon also. So that shows that the engineering techniques are actually not that much it's very superior, I can say that, but not today. Today, if you see, people perceive that now it is not. So I request that, see, the engineering the FETA, like the group which is really old, like 2 years, 2000 years old, are actually the base for the sustainability of the future. So, but everybody knows that stones has a lot of problem. I need not to discuss about this, because the many slides actually is self-explanatory. So I just try to pitch the context of the slide, which is relevant to the audience, and this presentation can be again shared. I will be sharing this presentation in form of PDF form, so that you can also take it, right? So these are actually the constraints of the zone where we're not able to build the faster and efficient construction in a recent part, because the availability of time, everything. So concrete was one of the complete solution, I can say, that which is called also a flowing stone, where you can really make your concrete, mix this concrete ingredients with cement, aggregates, water, and whatever the things you want to add that one, and really take it to the site, and whatever the shape you want to do it. Like there is a mold, you can do whatever the shapes you want to do it, you can do it, and with your ease at the time, you can want to take it like 1 hour, 2 hours to place the concrete and finish the concrete. So concrete is like a flowing stone generally. So that is the olden pattern generally people used to say. Now there is a lot of changes actually has happened. So now people have also started the special concrete, which is the topic of today, where it is said that we can really alter or change the properties of concrete behavior, composition, and performance. Like whatever things you would like to change as per the need of the hour, or need of the client, or need of the day, you can really change, because there is a properties mentioned. If you see in textbooks or any guides, that there is a certain properties of the concrete where if you can see that, yeah, like this is has to be followed. But if you really want to change the specification, for example, RMC concrete, if you see, we often use retarders to delay the concrete to supply at the site at the which is at long distance. But we also ensure that there is no changes in the composition and behavior and performance during the execution at the site. So that is called as special concrete, we can say. One of the classic example I can say. So there are a lot of possibilities are there, which I will be showing in this slide. So these photos, actually I have taken one of the challenging, I can say that during this the transition time of Telangana formation, where the government has decided to give 2 BHK free houses to the entire the people of Telangana, where it was a promise agenda in the election campaign. So that when the government has come into the power, they said that they want to rechange this one. So we went to one of the site, which is actually called Eravalli, where is one of the starting project of the 2 BHK when it is started in this one in Telangana. So this is the house actually taken from my camera. So where we thought of these are some glimpses of the houses where actually we want to replace the old mud structures or old houses with the new innovative technology. But the constraints were two. One is the challenging with the time, because they wanted to complete very fast and with the cost effectiveness. So if you see anything which is related to the speed or the construction or anything, it really requires a lot of revenue to invest. So the challenge was thrown to the engineers by the government, that what is the best solution we can give to the people of Telangana with low cost housing techniques, very fast building technology, and the durability also. So there is three challenges, two or major I can say, where it was actually was thrown to the engineers of Telangana, and there was a lot of challenges, and we have a lot of options were there. People have suggested this and that, but ultimately they've chosen this technology called rapid monolithic design, RMD design, where it was they use this aluminum sheet centering, and they used to cast this building in a very fast way. And the order of days, every 1 week, the super structure was completed very fastly, because once the foundation and the plinth level was constructed, it was very easy to construct the houses. So this is actually the place where the site was taken. So it was really a low cost technology, and it was really very fast also. And people also admired that the quality of living also was very good. So this is some of the glimpses. Now that is actually old technology, but this was a challenge for us. So when we have taken this one, there are some virtues of the concrete, where if you can see, concrete is very safe. Concrete use, many people are in the myth that they use concrete use a lot of natural material resources. So, and it was already people reflect with the concrete that it is a energy resource material which consumes a lot of energy, and it emits a lot of carbon dioxide, and which is really threat to the environment. But recent technology changes, right from the inventory machinery to the process making to the materials which has been used to the manufacturing of the cement as a raw materials or in concrete, there was a lot of changes which really help to reduce the carbon dioxide emission and the percentage right from 1.5 ton to 0.75 tons. And also the efficiency and the sustainability part was also taken care of. And the gone are the days where people always relate this to the environmental affected. So the concrete, actually they use all these materials, supplementary cementing materials, which will be discussed in this one. And the beauty of the concrete is that concrete uses recycled materials very efficiently. I can say that very few industries actually they use recycled materials to make a sustainable product. For example, people can add anything in the concrete, right from like people use this fly ash, everybody knows GGBS is the order of day people are used. But many people, they use plastic, they use rubber tire to burn the clean mist for the fuel part to give efficiency. Even they use the oil which has been left over as a fuel, for fuel for the spark, for the missionaries to run. And they use lot of material. I'll be showing what are the materials, what all the materials which can be used as a concrete in the concrete, and we can give a sustainable product. So having said so, people also, I was referring to CO2 emission also. This is what, when concrete can be used with the blended cement, all these can be achieved, right from the reduce of CO2 emission, fuel consumption in reduction, supplementary change, cementing materials can be used, and a very qualitative materials can be utilized, and the production capacity. For this is actually the one of the important and the need of our for the society as a industry. If you see, the sustainability of industry lies on the raw material which is required for the manufacturing, basically a limestone. So as everybody knows that limestone is a natural resource, a resource where we can actually can be extracted from the earth crust, actually mineral raw material. So, and it has been in a stage of extinction. Means if you use without any caution, then the chances that maybe next 20 years or 30 years there is no there will be no limestone left here. So what happens, there is no technology that was invented that without limestone or without cement we cannot manufacture anything. So now the need of all is to expand the capacity with using the less limestone so that it will be useful for the next generation as a material. So these are some of the recycled materials being used. Even the water which has been used to wash the trucks is used for making a new concrete, like like if you wash this the transit mixture that been used as because it contains a lot of cementitious material, so that can be used as a making of the concrete also. So these are some of the aesthetic part of the concrete. If you see the beautification of the concrete, we can build lot of structures with the concrete, especially if you the long the tall structures, if you see. And what are the marvelous building that has been building around the world, if you see. So now every city or every part of the country or any cities, if they wanted to showcase their strength, or they can wanted to invite the tourism, they want to build a tallest structure or maybe a iconic structures. So now the pride lies with each and every people of part of the country. They can resembles the country or the city for the famous with the respect to the structure. Earlier, people used to relate or resemble your city with the river or maybe the food items. But now people are they wanted to recognize their place with the iconic structure. For example, if you go to Burj, you can even see the Burj Dubai. We will not say that Burj is famous for the beautiful beaches or the beautiful facility board, but we'll relate to the Burj Dubai. People are they say that Eiffel Tower for the Paris. So there is a lot of, I can relate so many buildings with this. So now, friends, that is actually the good news for all of us as a young engineers. The opportunity lies for us if you do really the work which is related to civil engineering, and you really improve your subject matter, especially in a tall structure. Then there will be a lot of people will be hiring you in a big way, because the order of range is the tall and iconic structure, right? So these are some of the example, like people are fighting for actually the tallest structure to construct in the cities. One people, when if you see where we have wondered about 120 meters, the people are going for 800 meters, even the 1,000 meters also. So what is happening now? There's a race for each and every city or the country to construct a tallest structure. So that gives insight that there's a lot of opportunity for the civil engineers as a whole. And the beauty of the concrete is that you can twist it, you can turn it, whatever the shape you want to make it, you can make it with the concrete. And you can really beautify also. These are some the aspects of the construction which is actually been done with the concrete, where whatever you imagine, like if you want to imagine the architects, if you say that architects wants to imagine, come, okay, whatever they wanted to imagine, we can also make this concrete with this kind of a new technology. So like the twisted here, if you can see, there is a curved concrete, there is a pots, there is a lot of tall structures have been built, and this is the colored concrete. the beautify, I was referring to the earlier to my slide where I was saying that concrete is often considered as a dull and gray material. But now many techniques have been there where we can really make your concrete colorful by using concrete dyes or any pigments to be induced in the concrete so that it will be beautified. So this is one of the classic example where the concrete is been not painted. This is not painted concrete. It has been a self-induced pigmented concrete which will made to the color. And in next subsequent slide also, I'll be showing the real structures recently been built. This is actually for the aesthetic part of the structure. So this is one of the talk of day and like recent part, people are talking about the 3D printed concrete, and a lot of innovations being done in the 3D printed concrete. People are making the houses from the 3D printed concrete, and now in Bangalore, if you see Bangalore, if you see 3D printed poster is also been started executed in recent days. So now there will be the time where people they can order the building as per the design they want, the flavor they want, the color or the texture they would be requiring to make the concrete. Then you can order into the concrete because this is the starting of the day. So now there is a challenges, but I am sure that maybe in next 3 or 5 years the day will come that you can order concrete whatever you want to do. So this is actually the one more opportunity for the young civil engineers where they can really challenge themselves and they can try to do something research or work on this 3D concrete so that many companies will be hiring these people. Even the students who are pursuing in second or third year, or maybe the faculty members here can also do some research work in 3D work so that that will be useful for the next generation. Right. So these are the concrete structure which is made in Stalingrad in the oldest USSR, where if you see the 80 meters height of the concrete was casted in a single die, means like the concrete was singly casted. So this is the advantage of the concrete when people are trying to see the other aspects of the steel, but I can say that concrete is more durable and more stronger, and it can also be less maintenance compared to any other materials being used for the construction of the buildings. Now there's a changes in this flyhouse, the connectivity part I was referring. So there's a sustainable roads were built, and the advantage of this the new technology, which is I'm going to be referred in the next slide, which also reduces or eliminates the problems of potholes. And if you follow the industry now, people are talking about the pothole-less roads for. And this is the new technology which has been called, like we have recently started this product in way of cement, where it repels the water molecules or water particles in the cement itself. So what happens now is because cement often been transported, and it was like a small moisture can really hamper the quality of the cement. So with this new technology, which use which like it's hydrophobic polymers, when we use this chemicals into the cement particles, so it actually allows us to transportation for a longer period of time. Storage will be improved. Then also even the less moisture. Suppose there is a sudden rain, we can really protect the cement with this a small technology. So this is actually proving the innovation in the industry right now, where people are actually using this one. So what happens now? This actually it also allows less water to be used in the cement. Basically, when it doesn't allow to take excess water. So this is actually the new product we have recently launched in the cement. I was talking about the potholes. These are the technology where it is called white topping technology. So where many cities are now adopting this technology, and we have also in Hyderabad, we have done it in road number 10, one in Banjara Hills, where we have taken the sample, or we have taken 1 kilometer as a trial, which for the government of Telangana, and all the cement companies have been participated, and they have showcased the result that this road will be actually without potholes. Even when it is now also 12 to 13 years, I can say that, but still road is performing very well. Only the maintenance like part of like grooving is required, which is actually taking only half an hour to 1 hour in the late night, and it it is ready for the service. So this technology is one of the sustainable technology, as innovative technology, where people can try also. If you see the finish also, it's like a wonderful finishing where it can be constructed in a very fast way and with efficient way and with very less manpower. So what happens now? Many cities have been adopting. So these are some of the recent advancement actually in concrete and some terms of materials. And now there is a materials also. There are some changes, like people are using a lot of new innovative materials. For example, in batching plant, for this I was referring to this aluminum formwork, where it is very light in weight. It is can be fixed with the 2 or 3 labors, basically with having a proper plan. So it comes with a nut and bolt system where people can really fix with us 2 or 3 people. What happens that it also gives advantage of the shortage of the quality manpower. So whenever there is a shortage of power, we can train the people at the site and they can fix this formwork in a very fast and efficient way. People can really use this as a rapid monolith design, RMD technology, where we call. And this is one of the glimpses of the site where it is fixed if you can see that only 3 or 4 people are actually for the entire 1,000 SFT building. Then if you can compare to the normal conventional concreting site, it will take more than 12 to 20 people will be there on the site and executing this job. So these 3 or 4 people will be utilizing, and even the staircase can be built in a very fast way without any joints or the distortions in the concrete, where it is the challenging for the now also. The people often cast separately or cast differently for the form for the staircase. So this staircase can also be the part of the total slab process. So this is actually the advantage. See, this is one technology where this is a closer view of the building where all can be fitted in a single nut and bolt system. And if you can remove and you can take it to the top. So first floor, second floor, whatever, how the numbers are repetition, it is called. So repetitions can be done in a faster way, very easier way, and also in an efficient way. And you see the finishing. This is the technology where we utilized in 2006. So these buildings actually, if you see in a better way, the entire 4-story structures are been completed in 16 days. So this superstructure, which is I was referring, is very fast and easy to construct. And now this technology being followed by all the multi-national companies for the faster construction, and the big companies of the construction. They're also using this technology to improve the faster rate of the construction, because for any given project, it also depends upon the revenue. How fast you can construct or hand over the project to the client, the saving will be more. So this technology is one of the proving technology where people are using. So some of the plastic forms formwork are coming into the market, where even for the smaller buildings like a 2 BHK or 1 BHK or individual house also, people can really use this plastic formwork and really improve the quality of construction. Because if you see the recent utilization of MS steel, it is very heavyweight. There is even the distortions or some if there is it's not been handled, so the concrete will not come into the proper shape. There will be no alignment. So if you use this kind of a plastic formwork also, the speediness of the buildings will be improved and can be used for the single person also, like it's a simple nut and bolt process when the alignment will be a proper, right? So these are being used for a lot of retaining wall technology or whatever the things you want to applicable, you can use this one. So these are some of the types of materials which are actually the innovative materials can be being utilized in the now recent form. Now everybody have heard about the foam concrete. So this is a lightweight concrete, we can say, compared to the conventional concrete of 2,400 kgs per meter cube. The density will be 400 to 1,600, which really makes your concrete very light, and it will be used in a very different way, like people are using as a bricks, like auto aerated bricks, where you can really improve the fastness or the speediness of the construction, right? So the transportation from the lower floor to the higher floor, this can be very easy. The replacement of 6 blocks, like if you can, the conventional bricks, if you can, the volume will be very easy. So these are some of the features of the lightweight concrete, and some of the photo video I can show you. If it really plays, it is really great. So can you just tell me this video is playing or not? So this is one of the actually showcase in our product where it really floats. The concrete really floats in the this one. So this is actually if you see from Ultratech's part of view, the we have converted, we have this, we can say that this product comes in the form of a light core, brand name called light core, where this already this will be a lightweight concrete where it can be used for the screed concrete or the uh, the sunken slabs concrete, wherever you want to keep it. And if there is an alignment problem also for the bigger area of slab, you can be used as a the adjustment concrete. So these are some of the light concrete where people are using in a major advantage. These are some of the where people can use really this one. So these are some of the photos where, and these are the free flow concrete, which is actually everybody knows about self-competing concrete. What is that? So Ultratech comes in the brand way of free flow plus concrete, where if you can order it through RMC, the whatever the problems related to the congestion of the reinforcement, basically, where it is required a lot of things, because now people demand durability, the earthquake resistant structures. The steel actually goes in a huge quantity. And if you the conventional concrete, if you can really, if you use, there will be a problem because the size of the aggregates, the flowability, the air voids, everything will be able. So this can be used in a better way. And these are some of the people where we also call the high strength concrete, where actually it can go up to M10 to M60, because at least people will go for M60. So this is one of the classic example where we use this high strength concrete in the project. So something I want to relate, the context of this presentation will be, I will be showcasing the new innovation of the concrete, and I'll be relating to this concrete to the reality applicability, like the commercial aspect also, because we will also perceive that yes, we learn a lot of things, but if you go to the market, you search for the product, it is not available. Okay, so what I'm trying to uh, input here is that my inputs will be like the concrete which has been innovative and also available in the market. So these are some of the example wherever it is required. I will also be showcasing some case studies where it is there. So this is actually where the congestion of the reinforcement was a challenge for us, and the temperature actually uh, was a challenge for us. So we have used this concrete where it is a free flow concrete, where if you can see the fresh property, this M80 concrete, M80 concrete, and the temperature was should not be more than 28. So we have ensured that using of this latest technology, we have utilized this one. So these are the application where also the crystalline waterproofing concrete. In concrete only, we are adding some crystalline property polymers in the concrete, where it comes in a brand name for AquaSeal concrete, where actually it also doesn't allow the water to penetrate, or there will be a seepage problem, which is actually related to the concrete, can be eliminated with this problem. So this concrete will be the type of concrete which is called AquaSeal, can be used. Many people are using in Hyderabad also. And recent past, if you see, a lot of fire accidents happening to the city of Hyderabad because of the so many reasons which I don't want to discuss. But having said so, if anything happens, a fire in terms of accident in the fire, it leads to a catastrophe, because many lives will be lost. We have seen this in past also, because people cannot move out. And so whole idea is that if you can really reduce the type of the spread of the fire in a concrete, if catches fire, so it can be reduced up to 4 hours. No, see, we can really uh, evacuate the people in the buildings, in the people in a safer place. We can also take our costly belongings, and that itself is a great achievement for agri concrete. So Ultratech comes with a fire safe concrete, which is a fire resistant concrete, where which based on the vermiculite based concrete actually. So it also allows that fires can be reduced in the 4 hours. So it delays this process, right? So especially it can be used in the duct where actually the fire spreads from the duct basically, and basically in the lift areas. where this spread can be eliminated or can be reduced. So these areas can be applicable in these places, and really it is helps for a lot of things. So these are the photos where we have used for different places where the concrete right from the duct, from the lifts and passageway also. So everybody knows some pervious concrete. Now that we are basically trying to change the property of concrete, where if you can say that concrete is, we relate to the concrete should be hard, should be impermeable. It should not allow water to pass through, because if water really pass through the concrete, then it will also connect with the or contact with the steel which is present in the concrete, then start for corrosion process, and that will leads to the concrete structure will definitely have an effect of this one. So the durability, everything will be at the stake. Now this having said so, where I already referred that concrete can be really changed with the properties that is called as innovation concrete. So this is the pervious concrete which allows waters to pass through. So the applicability will be like this is one of the it is called even the no fines concrete also, we can say that. This is the photo where we were taken at in the cube casted for that to test the strength of the concrete. If you see, the holes are actually the passages are interconnected, which means the water can really flow, but at the same time the strength will not be compromised. Means like it can be used in many places. These are the some parameters or on the basic pervious concrete we have taken from the our own research lab, where if you can see the strength can be from 3 MPa to 20 MPa, and the important will be the pore size and porosity, like 8 mm to 2 mm, so that it allows water to the pass through. So there is so many problems are people actually they started thinking. This is one of the video I can really show, which part the water is flowing to the top and it has been directly going down. Means like it's like a filter kind of thing. Maybe can be I can refer that. But this the beauty is that it is allowing water to pass through, right? So now the applicability. So we have choosing because people are saying that every city has been now been related to the concrete jungle. People say that if you use a lot of concrete, then there is be no trees also. Then there is a lot of deforestation which is being again. And the main problem with the concrete roads are actually people are referring is that the water permeability, because water is not been with a table any water table to be improved, no, because the water should be percolated down the earth. So what is happening now, if you use this concrete even with a heavy rainfall, like in the parking layouts or walkways or nearby this example like park the rivers or the water collection agent area or the source of the water, where we can really use this concrete and we can be really flow this concrete, means we can allow the water to pass through and it will store in a better way. So that can also eliminate the problem called water scarcity, which has been the people are actually the burning problem for any city or any country now. So how we can really reduce means using the concrete, even though you're using the best concrete, but also allowing with the environmental effect. So these are the applicability where really we can, the parking lots where a lot of trees are there. So we can make this concrete and water can be used as a source of this one, and the trees can also live. We can also sustain, and all greenery will be there. So these are some of the applicability where right from the swimming pool decks to pavement edge drains, bridge embankments, swimming, everywhere we can use this one. So these are the concrete which, as I was referring to, the normal and conventional concrete. Now there is a lot of things. Architectural context is also been played as an important role in the concrete. Now people are thinking in the beautifying the concrete. This also requires a lot of efforts and the work. So some of the examples where I can really show you about what concrete has been really in the beautification ways. This is called a polished concrete, where it replaces the tile and flooring process. If you see in the large areas like shopping malls where footfalls are very huge, and if you want to use this flooring with the tiles or the conventional flooring, and it leads to lot of abrasion. Means it is like the texture will be spoiled within 2 or 3 years. But using this innovative polished concrete, basically at the flooring with high strength parameters, this can be eliminated, and it gives you a lot of the aesthetic part of this concrete will be very useful, because if you can see, it gives you a wide and glossy finish. So the power consumption will also be utilized in a better way. So that will also be this is the advantage, where if you, some of the example, this is all been used with the exposed or glazed concrete, where polished concrete has been used. So we have Ultratech have also come with one of the product called iFloors, where it is been used with the industrial flooring, which where we use the steel fibers, because the industrial flooring is different from the commercial flooring. So what is happening, it requires a lot of strength because it uses a lot of machinery equipments on the floors. So to make a durable floors, we use this. This is a grade where right from the M30 we can also use this. So people are also trying to beautify the playing with the chemistry of the concrete, where they're etching the acid on the surface of the concrete to beautify. These are the some of the concrete which I can say you that this been utilized across the world, where the staining of the concrete, where people use all these acids and everything to change the texture or the top texture of the concrete. So there are the dyes actually been used. I was referring to the colored concrete now. I'll show you some of the concrete which has been used as a dyeing or coloring agent, can be used. See, some of the features like these colors can be made with the using this color dyes or pigments in the concrete. We can really make this one. And these are the some of the advantage of decor. Like this is a made. We are replacing the natural stone now. Here, what is happening? Because as I already told you that there is a lot of disadvantage using the stone, because the availability, the robustness, transport, everything. So this can be as per the flavor of the customer or the client. We can really make this concrete into the as if this form, like the stone form, or the landscapes can be very better. So you see, this is the areas where we really beautify with the colored concrete, where this all these are being made with the concrete. This is not with the tiles. So this actually gives you the nice feeling of when you people are staying, like especially the children, they want to spend more time on the play area, everything. So this can be also interesting. Some of the stamp concrete people are using, where it replaces the natural stone. So these are some of the things where really improves the structure life, everything. So these are the forms, like wood finishing also we can achieve. Whatever the finishing you want to achieve, we can use with this exposed aggregates, sand wash, and stain concrete. And now people are talking about the strength beyond the limit. Like earlier, people was to refer concrete as a durable. Like if it has attains M30, also it's very good. M40 is one of the things which can be really attained. But ultra high performance concrete, which makes your structures very slender, which makes your life very easy, and it also been like used for the basically a precast elements also, where it gives you the structure will be very speedy. So this can be used. This is ultra high performance concrete, where in Ultratech also we have a brand Ultratech ultra higher performance concrete. Although the stencils on the concrete surface, like people are using this technology, where the whatever the design you want to transpose on the surface, on the top surface of the concrete, we can really do it with the this technology. So this is called one of the example. If you can see this one left hand side, if you see the slide, the design which is to be embossed on the concrete surface can be embossed. So what is trying to do is that we are trying to replace the matte finishing. People use this matte heavy mats on the floors. So that culture, maybe the Persian or the Mughal culture, can be also inculcated with this technology. Like this, what are the things you want to do, you can do. And this been used in a very iconic structure. Now there is a concrete furniture. You can make tables. You can make sitting places and pots. What are things you want to make? Concrete are actually coming. These are the real example where many people are using as a concrete as a furniture. So if you see this, the advantage of concrete is that it is very slender, and it is almost resembles the wood. So wood has a lot of problems. For example, it has got a termite problem, termite problems, and decay of the wood, the maintenance, everything is a problem for the wood. So this is absolutely called a zero maintenance thing. We can say that, where it can be made into a simple workshop and assembled in a place, and it will be there for this one. So the colleges like especially these colleges where you can really put forward this furniture to the replacement of the wood. So this is actually one of the example where, and see, something which even can be made with this concrete, like the seating places, even some decorative items, even the staircase which has been there. So all these can be made to the concrete. So this is the beauty. The what not we're trying to replace the wood. We already replaced the materials. Now we are trying to replace the steel also with this the superior quality of concrete, where it is called the gates can be manufactured. This all everything is done with the concrete only. It's not a steel one. So please remember, this is a steel one. It's much durable and much effective rather than the steel, because it requires a lot of painting after that. So maintenance everything. So people are making countertops, for example. These are some of the example where it really replacing the natural stone or a granite replace, where concrete can be polished in a better way. These are some of the example are internet things. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one, but I just want to give an idea. I just want to expand your the thought process on the horizons, like how a concrete can really be utilized in a better way, analyzed for our construction. These are the outdoor parts, the ratios where really all these are made with the concrete. So these are the some of the things which I really want to showcase for the young engineers, so that they can also try new things in this process. So these are the concrete where, if you can see, this is called a concrete which actually called a photo engraved concrete, where the photos can be engraved on the surface, on the top surface of the concrete. What happens? It is called cerulite technology. So it is cerulite technology where it can be really like the it's actually been for the durability. The logo or a brand, if you want to showcase on your building, particular building, it can be used in a better, efficient way. So these are some of the things which I would like to request every of student here to utilize. See, this is one of the called transparent concrete, where it behaves like a glass. It behaves like a glass and is more durable and unbreakable also, I can say that. So that when light is been thrown upon, it behaves like a glass. When light is not there, it behaves like a normal concrete. Some of the photo video I can for easy understanding, I can show you the video. Okay, this I think this video is, I'll show you in the Razor course. So these are the some I can show you with the site where it's really yeah. So this concrete where actually it is called uh, uh, the concrete where it is the light, if you induce, it is called transparent or a transparent concrete, where see this behaves like a normal glass, right? So there are a lot of crystalline products and other things being used in this one. Yeah. Okay. So if you can see also your shadow or the what is going behind. So this is like a transparent. This. Okay. So having said so, I'll just move forward. Yeah. So these are some of the examples where we have done it in with our Ultratech concrete, where it glows in the night. So what happens that you can also reduce lot of power consumption. Suppose you are walking in a very like for example in a airport, where we can also give this illuminating figure, illuminating lights in the form of concrete. So really does need not to depend upon the power availability. Suppose we are using in the air strips also, and this is the parking place we have used. So this is one of the area we have tried where which really gives beautiful. This really we can really enjoy the concrete really. So concrete can be bendable. People think that concrete is not bendable. With a lot of fibers, we can use really. So people are adding paper in the concrete, waste papers to make papercrete. People are also using this concrete cloth, which is called inflatable concrete hose, where it's really comes in a pouch or a packet, and it can be really pumped with the air, and when water is sprayed, it behaves like a strong concrete, and water generally you can be used any type of water, maybe a fresh water or a saline water, but when it is uses it really it goes through a wonderful thing. So now I was thinking about because I just want to ask how much time I have got now.
Sir, you have half an hour, sir.
Okay, that is fine. Seems to be good. Okay, so I'll try to finish it within another 10 to 15 minutes so that it is often said that any lecture or anything should not be continuously flow for more than 40 minutes. If it goes more than 40 minutes, it will be like a bouncer to us, so that our mind has some limitation to capacity to understand the process and everything. And it is if even it is very difficult in one-way communication. So I just try to complete as fast as I can so that it will be easy to understand each of us. So right from I was talking the concrete pots can be made. Now there is a we can also add some sensors in the concrete itself before pouring so that we can review the concrete strength or the aging process or the gel formation what are the things like we can see, and we can really improve what are the things to be required or necessitated for the construction of the future. So what is happening now, these are the things actually people are talking about bacterial concrete. Bacterium can be used in the concrete. A lot of research is done. So I just having said, I just want to show this kind of this process. Everybody knows that concrete can be is a wonderful material. So coming to the commercial plus, we also called value-added concrete to the customers, where all this set of concrete, from lightweight concrete to decorative concrete to the flooring or pervious, whatever I have discussed are the availability in the concrete. So these are some the types of concrete which can be used in every construction part, right from the houses to the airport to the metros or the bridges, whatever you want to construct, you can use this type of concrete. If you see, these are the areas where you used in the cable street or Mumbai Metro for the patterns. Like if you see, this is the pattern in the Surat where you use especially, and I want to spend one more extra minute for this particular pattern where it is actually the customer wants to have a Gayatri mantra on the top, means on the floor, so that he can just have the view, because he want to enjoy the means you want to really appreciate the building quality. And so this Gayatri mantra also was infused or embedded into the floor, and it is through the proper dice also. So what happens is we can customize. It's the process of customize where we can really do all this things. So these are some of the photos where video, I think this is not video, but it's a photo of the free flow concrete. Now, when everybody is talking about the innovation of the concrete, the new innovation I can say in terms of the concrete is that the ordering of the concrete. People think that concrete is manufactured at the site and it is transported through transit mixers, or we can also employ our labor, deploy our labor, and we can make the concrete. So it's a very small thing if you want, like you want to repair a small pothole or a small work at your home, repair work, and you need to go to the market, get some materials like right from the cement aggregates. You have to engage your contractor or a labor for one day. You have to pay them, and he will finish the work. So now the gone are days where you have to spend a lot of time. You can just pick up a call and you can call to the UltraTech team and they will supply the concrete in form of bucket. Okay, so bucket concrete comes with it can be even be as like it's like saying it's a 12 liters. Its capacity is 12 liters. So whatever the volume you require, you can calibrate and you take extra. It comes into. So what are the type of concrete also, right from your what are the concrete you want to do, like what are the grade of the concrete you can specify also, so that we'll be making it the RMC plant and we'll be delivering it to a site. So it can be used for the starters, basically for the road repairs and other things also. So these are the things actually applicability where if you can see the starters, people, they need not to wait for the labor to come here. They can order from the UltraTech and they can utilize and they can really finish that product in a very faster way. So this comes into the buckets or the dabbas and it can really be transferred. So the whole idea is to the reachability of to the customer. So we are making it to the small forms we can use in any form, like column jacketing also, the stair work also, column extension. What are the things you can use for this is called gyp concrete. Now, apart from the bucket, if you want to utilize, because many people think this is a bucket is a free of cost, we can utilize. But this other way which called is it comes into the bag, which has been three lined with the protector with the water. So you just open that, add water required, mix, shake the bag properly. The ingredients will be mixed thoroughly, and you can use this concrete. So these are some of the advantages where people are thinking of. These are the concrete I was talking about. Litecoin already I referred this Litecoin. So I have also some slides we have added, and this is a structure we have been used as a case study. If you can see that this is some of the applicable to the eye floors, which have been I was referring, and this has been used in the Mysore. All this like whatever things we have been showing, I've been used by actually with the customer. So decorative concrete, some photos where are there actually. You can see some of the photos I have already shown to you. These are the photos where really the imagination goes, whatever you want to, even the Ludo, if you want to do it in the park, or the something which is gamifying, or whatever thing you want to do, and the chest, everything. See, these are the things which can be made with the concrete only. So these are the polished concrete. This is some of the example of the pervious concrete, and these are the concrete that repair concretes are there. So all these are the some of the innovation where really we have utilized. So these are corrosion protective concrete where it is especially designed for the marine construction areas where the corrosion is a major problem. So that also can be customized. Now, these are the applicability right from the concrete can be used from right from the building to the every sector of the construction. And some of the things is also the new innovation is called moss concrete. I don't have really idea, but to showcase, because since it's a modern concrete, I just want to showcase this is the moss concrete, which is called a biological concrete that also means allows the moss to the form on the top of the surface. So that helps to retention of the water, especially, and it also gives lot of things to be like the greenifying and the beautifying the building, especially. And if you want to really utilize this, the moisture content will be there, so that the structure will be long and durable. So these are something actually been utilized for the environmental part also. So now this technology recently we have already started. When I was referring to order your concrete in a small bucket. Now you can order your house into in a order. Means you can give your order as a house. It will come into the house and we will fix it in the house, because need not to worry about all this construction process. So this is called ready-made building, which is forms like villa. If you want to construct, you order, we'll deliver in the 45 days. Only thing is you need to prepare a base or foundation, and you can give the design. We'll make you the design in a proper way. Even with all the bathroom fittings, everything will be fitted. Only two connections are required at the side. One is at the electrical connection. One is the plumbing line connection to the outside way. So other thing, everything been fitted into this house. It comes into the big truck, and one crane is required to assemble. And within the 2 or 4 days, this entire structure is ready. Even I can say 45 days, you cannot build your house. And it is can be like if you are having a challenge of the day, grow preparation. Like people want to do a lot of house warmings. This can be utilized, this technology where it can really be utilized for any smaller houses, G+1, G+2. Also, we have a 3D monolithic structures, precast structure, where everything has been ready. We can be assembled into the units, and really we can make a house in a better way. So this is actually we are beating against the time. Like we want to construct as fast as we can. So that will help you us for the saving a lot of time and energy. So these are some of the advantages where the ready-made buildings. And if you want a tiny house, can be manufactured into 1 day, and 1 week we can deliver it. So that is the beauty of the structure. Okay. So people have thought what not we can build houses, we can greenify, we are using paper, we are using wood, we are using plastic. So this is a reference of the professor where he has made car also from the concrete. So this is called a car which has been using himself. The professor is there. So this is a courtesy from Professor S.P. Shah. Well, I just want to show that this is a lot of, there is no limitation of the concrete. The idea is that there is no idea of limitation like people are saying. So what is that actually? Earth we are using, now people are trying to take this concrete to the moon also, which is basically called lunar concrete or lunar crete, where people are trying to establish a lot of things on the concrete, on the moon. For example, the future will be there where people were trying to come from the moon or some other planet, so that the base station, if you want to, or some research station or something building you want to build, then there is a requirement of concrete itself. So there actually people are trying to do a lot of research, and this is the article which come into the news, where trying to make a cement in the space, because there are a lot of things are available, like a cementitious material are available on the moon. So they are trying to utilize that materials and make a cement there itself and construct. So friends, the things will be there. The days will come when civil engineers are required to visit the moon also for the site inspection. So I'm looking forward for the days. I'm sure that days will come in the next 10 years, so that we'll also witness that the concrete is going beyond our limitation, beyond our earth. They're taking forward. So having said so, I just want to conclude that concrete gives a lot of economic benefits, light from the increase in the structure life, transportation cost, everything, whatever I just mentioned is there, so that it really help us for the better social and quality life. So these are some things actually I just want to project in front of all the participants here present, so that it will help us to take it forward. So my regards and thanks to GRIT, Grit College, Gograju Rangaraju Engineering Institute of Engineering Technology, Engineering College team, because they have identified and they thought I will be a better person to present all these things. So thank you so much actually for having a patience hearing. And I would like to say big thanks to all the audience here, because sorry, I think I opened something. Yeah. So big thank you. I think it is not moving forward, but I think last will be the yeah. So I just want to thank everybody. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your experiences. We have shown the seventh world, concrete world. Thank you very much. And I request the participants to please post the queries in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and raise your queries.
I would like to take some questions from the students, not from the professors, because I am sure that professors are will be giving a bouncers to me. So I would appreciate that any students who are there, or they want to do something, like they can also ask some questions, because it will be will be very good for us also to understand what really you have thrown. After that, definitely we'll take the questions from the senior most faculty or professors here. So any students are there?
Yes, sir. Here we have offline. Also, almost 50 participants are there. Yeah,
Okay.
online 30 participants.
Okay. Okay.
We have here. So I request the students to please raise the queries. Any questions regarding this presentation? Any comments also? Anything?
So one of my weakness, I just forgot to inform you in the start of presentation that if nobody will ask questions, I will start my presentation again. So that will be a big challenge for you also here. So you have to provide a lot of.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, yes.
Still, maybe actually the session is up to 11:30.
Okay. Okay. Okay, ma'am. No problem.
Just I have one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'm Dr. Mohammad Hussain, I'm professor in civil engineering. So are you dealing with nano concrete, sir? Nano
Sir,
concrete.
actually, yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Actually, we are doing research in nano concrete right now. It is still on research stage, sir, now. So once it has been completed, all the trials and things, definitely will be coming with the product also, the
Nice.
commercial part of that also.
So your cement even they are using for precessed concrete also, no?
Yes, sir.
On a
We are
high
using. Yes, sir.
spec. Okay.
Precast, precast everywhere. Actually, like from the one of the example of I can say that I don't want to boast my company, but still I can say that I am very proud that the entire metros, all of the metros which is considered in India, 99.9% of cement being used by Ultratech only. Sir. So that means we do a lot of innovative support technically also to the other clients also. So that is uh, one of the proudest moment because we are associating with the iconic structures of the country.
Oh, very good, sir. Right.
Any other questions from the participants? Sir, you have shared concrete furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, nowadays we are reducing the cementitious materials to avoid this carbon dioxide emissions and all. So, how can you validate that by replacing the steel with concrete like gates, whatever you have shown in the furniture? How can you validate that, sir? It may affect
Yeah.
the environment also, right?
Yeah, ma'am. See what is happening now. This concrete furnitures are being manufactured with the what I can say is not the waste material. I can say that is a byproduct of the industries. For example, you are using wood or the plastic, which is actually an environmental causing materials. For example, wood, if you want to cut, so the tree you have to cut everything. There's a lot of process, and the life of the structure, life of the furniture will be around 10 years, and you have to regularly maintain that one. For example, you have to polish that wood furniture. You have to see that it is not been affected by the pest the termite attack, everything. So what we are trying to do is that we are using the the material which has been left over. For example, recycled aggregates are there, or the demolished materials are there. All these been collected. Means VA means the people who are making the furniture. So here they are using all this the materials which is actually a burden for the society. So and the fly ash and the pond ash also for making of the concrete, and they're making into the structure. Means there's this furniture. So what is happening now? We are also saving the one tree, particularly when we are going for the concrete. We are also saving the tons of plastic. So what is happening? This we are trying to society where all the waste material which is there, we are using as a converted into useful material, and we are also trying to save the natural resources. So that is the whole idea, ma'am.
Okay, so I have listened a concrete gate, like if it is about a waste material uses, then it is.
Yeah, but that's what whole idea of this presentation was that whatever the leftover material or the byproducts, so that can be used as a better structures or in the concrete itself.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Any other queries, please?
Okay, ma'am. What I'll do will is any queries you can
Any
also.
queries are there? I'll get back to you. I have the contact number.
Please do send me, because I feel that a lot of things are there, but they are not trying to come out because of many teachers are there,
Yes,
students.
indeed.
So it's okay. It's okay, but only thing that please be in touch with us, and I request everybody to visit ultratechcement.com website, where you'll be knowing all these types of the concrete. Where really you can really take a challenge. Like say, we can visit your information. You can just update your information there. People who are trying for any careers also, they can really post your resumes there. There's some lot of innovative technologies are there. For example, we recently started one app called UTech app, which is actually for the young budding engineers and the practicing engineers, where you can really take it forward, like what are the new things have been happening, and what are the lectures we arrange for the engineers, budding engineers, professional engineers. That is there. The app actually is one of the things where most of the people use in the mobile. So that is the thing where we can really take it for us civil engineering in a different way. So I request that people just who are there, please download that UTech by Ultratech. One app will be there in Play Store. You can download as a not as a partner. If engineers are there, partners can be done. So that actually can be. So one question I can read from the chat that
Yes, sir.
can you refer the structure which has been built with the special concrete in Hyderabad? Hyderabad, if you see the iconic structure, cable stay bridge, sir, where if you go through the pathways or walkway, the whole walkway was built with the Ultratech decor concrete. This is a colored concrete. So that been used actually, and the girder which been used actually been used with the special concrete with self-compacting concrete with high strength. Sir, actually, the strength ranges from M80 to the M100 range, which has been done with the this concrete. The one of the iconic structure if you can see in Hyderabad, and I can say a lot of new things which if you can see been made with the special concrete, especially now. For example, many places I'm not able to recollect the places, but what are the iconic structures they have made with this one are actually there with the new innovative concrete materials. For example, if you can see, the structures that has been built with the white topping, I was referring. I have already referred. It is road number 1. Banjara Hills is one of the innovative form of concrete where it is still giving a service without any maintenance. Like 10 years been happened. It almost more than 10 years, I can say that. So it has been still servicing. And the technology has been adopted widely with many cities because of the cost effectiveness. Initially, it was very high. People felt that. But now after seeing 10 years without any maintenance, now they are going forward. Now in NFC, this NFC, if you can see, National Fuel Complex, we have used self-concrete. Some bigger hospitals, they have used high density concrete especially in the areas of the X-rays rooms, where we have used M80 concrete with the thickness of 1 meter with high durable materials, so that the radiation will not affect. In the defense project also, we have used the high strength concrete, especially if you see in Secunderabad AOC, a lot of structures being used, and I don't want to discuss few military areas, which areas we been used extensively, like right from the Vizag to the Goa, for the Navy base structures are being with the innovative concretes, and the new structure that has been built with in Hyderabad, which is very famous for especially the base, like the statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The base was actually been utilized with the new grouting technology, means grouting materials from the Ultratech actually. So that is called the NS1 grade, where M80 grade of concrete has been used for the base. This one. So I can see that some of the questions I can try to address.
Another question from Lokesh, a student. You have shown us the translucent concrete, but one thing that how the stability will sustain if the strength will no longer be.
So sometimes, Lokesh, we has to compromise on the quality, the things which parameters we require. For example, you are using any type of concrete. Basically, the whole idea of is that we want to make your concrete glow. Though strength is not a criteria, but it will be the applicability and the requirement from the client. Basically, the client wants all this. For example, you're ordering any food, you can also customize the food also, right? So it doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to not compromise, but we cannot fit all the parameters basically. But it is it is a special concrete, no, so it have a special properties. So that is the thing. Any other questions have come, madam? Because I can
Yes,
see
sir. Another question from another student, Arun Raj. If we use that moss concrete, if we use that concrete for interior, is there any health hazard?
Sir, actually, frankly, moss concrete recently we have been studying actually. So I have also no idea about that. But one thing I can say that whenever the people using as a moss in any structure, if you see in the olden where a lot of people structures near the water bodies or the water logged areas, if moss is formed, the structure is protected from the ingress of the moisture. Means like moisture will be there, so that concrete will be well maintained, basically well hydrated. You can say that, so that the interior part of the core of concrete will be stable temperature. Because if you see the ideal temperature of the concrete is plus or minus 27 plus or minus 2 degrees. Is the best temperature we can do. So areas like Hyderabad or wherever the humidity is more, if you use really this concrete, I think the temperature also will be less compared to the ambient temperature. Second, the best will be that the protecting coat. It behaves like a, and also when it moss forms, it also allows for a lot of microorganisms to the growth, which also help to reduce your carbon dioxide. But interior part, I don't know, I am not sure, sir. But many of the areas which has been shown in the video are actually external part, or in the parks or some areas where it really covered with the concrete. So that is actually earlier people used to grow creepers also. I remember many places they use creepers for the concrete base, so that it will cover the surface and it will make the concrete very green also. So that was the idea. So I have not also gone through detailed way, because recently it was published. Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Thank you for giving this good
Sir,
question.
another question is there, sir. Another question from Madhukar. Is there any concrete type which reduce the portion of steel reinforcement in it, as steel has high price?
Very good and relevant question. I think I must compliment for this the process or thought process you're thinking. If you refer this ultra high performance concrete UHPC, it really literally doesn't require any steel, but it comes into the steel fibers. So, but ultra high performance is one of the thing we can also think about the structure without less steel. Okay, so that is one of the great type of concrete we can really use.
Next question from Arun Raj. Moss concrete, does it require sunlight for growth?
Which one?
Moss concrete, does it require sunlight for growth?
Okay, moss, generally, if you technically see, moss is actually the thing which is requires sunlight and also the moisture also. Moisture should be there, but not high. The intensity of sunlight, no, I am not sure, but I am sure that some amount of sunlight is really required for the growth, where it spreads in a rapid way. But generally, I have seen in the places where it is marshy area, where you don't have a sufficient sunlight or a huge amount of moisture or waterlogged areas, which I referred earlier. So where the growth of moss is really wonderful. So when we articulate, means if you want to grow really, some parameters can be also taken care. For example, we never thought of that we will grow vegetable on the gardens. We used to think it will be on the fields only. We never thought that we will be landscaping our things like if you want to grow apple in Hyderabad, it's very difficult. But people are thinking and they're bringing the technology to the level that it can really be taken into a commercial way. So things are there, but as I said earlier, I'm not that much expertise on the moss concrete, because it has come recently to only for the information purpose, to have an interest and make you aware of the new product. I have new concrete. I have made this present. I have included in this presentation. Yes, sir.
Sir, can I ask one question from you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you have any idea about the chemical for the non-algae development in the concrete, sir? Especially which is the powerful destructor for the concrete in the coastal area?
Yes, sir. So, sir, actually, if you see some of the technologies, not in concrete, sir, based on the application part, I can say that a lot of things been developed with a lot of new innovative materials have been developed in the form of the coatings. For example, if you see
Coatings,
our
sir.
product, one of the product which is called the waterproofing compound called High Flex. So, which has a polymers which have a rapid technology which doesn't allow any microorganisms to growth. For example, algae will not be formed in the tanks. Basically, if you see the water tanks inside, which is made with the concrete or the brickwork, it will not means generally it forms a lot of things. Then again, we have to grow, we have to stop, we have to put some acid, we have to scrap it. Now with this, a simple coating of high flex WP high flex is there, where actually it is called a food grade material. Means it is even the water, if you coated material is stored in the water also, the water is safe for the drinking. So this new technology, not in form of the concrete, but comes in the coating. It's a protective coating. So where it can really doesn't allow the formation or growth of algae. Sir. So that can be applied on the marine structure or the structure which is really going to affect with the algae. Sir. Very nice question asked, sir. Actually, I was also thinking that some parameters actually the way, but nevertheless, I would like to appreciate all the audiences here, though it was a little bit starting trouble for you all to ask the questions, but you asked very relevant and important question, which has really ignited my mind also and my thinking process also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I think if any queries are there, I'll get back to you. Thanks for accepting our invitation and being a part of our conference, sir. Thank you very much.
The pleasure is mine, ma'am. And anytime we have a very strong relation and very cordial relation with all the staff, especially Satyanarayana sir and Mallikarjun sir, and recently Lavanya madam also. So and Mr. Raju sir also, where we have a very close relation. And actually, for the last 10 years, I remember that we Ultratech and the GRT with Grit is as like a family. So we go hand in together. Thank you for us. And don't think I am an invited guest. We are part of your college.
Thank you, sir. We'll hope